turn up time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turn Up time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turn Up time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now.
Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel and the Turbo Toad Turn Up. So first off, shout out to all the mothers from Mother's Day yesterday, or from the Mother's Day weekend we just finished. I want to make sure everyone is getting that out and make sure that we appreciate you all for Mother's Day. So moving forward, turbo or billions, right? Billions are nothing, right? We're not here to wait and FUD you guys. We're here to hit the billions. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. Just trying to keep the lights on Turbo Toad Central and the BTM Crypto News Network. So let me know what you guys think about that as well, because we're doing it all live. But thanks for joining and thanks for continuing to follow your main man BTM through our turbo crypto journey and continuing to follow the Turbo Toad Turn Up. But thanks for joining, and we're going to get to some information. No new news yet, but let's turn on the spotlight and see what's going on. X. So let me see here. Where is it? This guy? What up, Ken? What's going on, brother? What's going on, fam? So don't forget to sign up for your main man, the BTM Crypto News Network. And if you noticed earlier, we had talking about XRP and XRP finally pushing up. So we're definitely long-term holders in XRP and Caspa. And once Caspa stopped being mineable, we're looking around and we happen to bump head first into Turbo. So we got Turbo and been holding that as well. So thanks for joining. And this is the AMA on Thursday at 3 p.m. UTC, which is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you join that with Stealth EX. I just realized I need to check back with these guys as well. So this is the Roaring Toady. Shout out to the Roaring Toady. Happy Mother's Day to all my moms and all the moms out there. Without you, we microwave foil, call it cooking, or wonder why the house smells weird. With you, legends. Have a turbo powered day. Pump, pump, pump it up. Turbo pump is loading. Okay. Believe the Lord Jesus Christ. Jesus loves you. Thank you for that. Um, Turbo pump it. Uh, Turbo fam, buckle up. Turbo's getting manipulated to the downside. One final time. More big players want in. Hold your bags. Don't give them up for pennies. Robin Hood. Robin Hood. Okay. It's kind of weird, but makes sense. Turbo 50 cent things coming soon. Turbo ready. So I like that. 50 cent. I might have to get that 50 cent change. I think that's actually pretty cool. But don't forget to like the video, guys. Like, share, and super chat and subscribe. Definitely join the BTM Crypto News Network. Make sure you stay current on actual events. This is Turbo has held nicely. Hold Turbo. Thank you, Uphold, for being the first to list. For me, at least, I don't know what Robinhood app's waiting on. Me either. Lodi Toady 24. Uh, this is me. Just another day at the Turbo Diamond Mine. So again, what up, Turbinator? And also continue to hold. She be breaking out the diamond glove, guys. The diamond glove is wearing down, just like we're wearing down Robin Hood and the rest of these listings. Just continue to hold. It's me squeezing this glove, and the freaking glove is shrinking, I think. I don't know, but we've been holding strong. So continue to diamond hands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. Turbo will end bear agony this week. I hope you're right. Classic gentlemen, list Turbo Robin Hood. You're missing out. And if they list it or don't list it, that's on them, guys. Don't worry about it. And don't continue to follow down on the wayside. There's some in my eyes. Sorry about that. Turbo will reign supreme over all memes. Just watch. I think that's cool. And I think it's kind of cool. You guys are going after Pepe. I have nothing against Pepe or their project, but it is just a catalyst in the climb on Turbo. So we don't hate Pepe. We have nothing against Pepe, but Pepe is just a figure as we climb, right? That is the next big cryptocurrency meme coin that Turbo has to push over. So it's nothing against that project, but it is just a milestone. So Pepe team, Pepe group, Pepe project, don't take it personal. It's just a milestone as Turbo pushes up. Day 24th asking BNBit or Bybit official to list Turbo. That's turbocharged OKX. Sorry about that. Shout out to the Roaring Toady. Now Pepe knows too, it's always Turbo. Wait, it's all Turbo, always has been. Again, we don't condone violence or push violence. It's just a joke, guys. Don't take it personal. I know some of these Pepe guys are getting weird. It ain't that serious, bro. It is just the catalyst to push the toad up, guys. It's nothing personal. We have nothing against the Pepe group project and the Pepe as a whole. Day 8 of calling out Upbit official to list Turbo token on its exchange. Turbo embodies what decentralized community crypto is. Turbo has committed to showing the world power of the meme, people's meme, and symbolize true community. If there's any Turbets artist or Turbo fam out there that I am not following, give me a shout out so I can follow, like, share, and subscribe. And also throw me in there too, Terminator, right? If you're putting out content, we want to get involved and get you on the live stream. This is my main man, Rec, Rex, Rex, maybe? Rec. No, some people are back and forth about the name. Which blockchain should I launch the Turbo Toad PFP collections on? Note, I'm using these polls to gauge the community sentiment and will also feed the results into ChatP2 to help me with the information. Overall consensus is Ethereum 49.7, but I think we should use the Turbo chain, right? Use our own platform to boost it. 39.5. So I guess a 10% over Turbo Chain. And I didn't even see Turbo Chain on here when I clicked Ethereum, actually. But if Ethereum don't get their fees under control, we're going to spend all our money in fees trying to get the actual NFT. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. This is also Wreck Mankind. Updates have started working on some honorary traits for the Turbo Toad PFP collection. This one includes a sneak peek. Can you guess who's this inspired by? And no, actually, trying to figure out. Let's see if there's another, because I saw another one on here. Gonna see 2 years. Join the process. Going to and make more traits. Here's another sneak peek in the meantime. In the meantime, in between times, just trying to figure out who is who here. Trying to see if your main man BTM is on here. Good morning. What up, Doc McLovins? I always want to say Doc McStuffins. No, Doc McLovins. This week is coming to an end. On the turbo chart, the green candles have dominated 230% in the last 30 days. One puff, one last look. GM fam, now it's your turn. What do you expect the turbo next week? Drop your predictions in the comments. So shout out to the Roaring Toady. Quiz of the day. Dodge currently sits at market cap of 34.5 billion. If Turbo Toad token reaches the same evaluation, how much would one turbo be worth? Do you know it, or do you need to do the math? And 50 cents is 56.5. I think it would be more than 50 cents if it got to 34 billion. I hope it would be more than 50 cents. So I'm actually going to root for the dollar. And again, I didn't read the posting. I just randomly voted. So maybe that didn't come out so well. This is the Roaring Toady again. Turbo grins with confidence, shades on, tank top tight, and hands Pepe a note. Pepe still proud of his for now bigger market cap. Unfolds it. Go home. Look defeated. The message crystal clear. All good community or anyone got something to add. I don't know why I keep yawning so much. Just a dream or the future. One thing is for sure. Those who don't fight relentless for their success may never reach their goals. So the turbo community fight for your bag. Make some noise. If you're in the mood, drop your latest selfie in the comments. I need to get a selfie to drop on that one. Turbo is here for raw speed. Even the laws of physics can't keep up with the velocity. And this is Turbinator. This Turbinet agrees, get some. And this is the Turbo Toad, the main page. Deep in the ancient tombs of memes, Turbo uncovers the greatest treasure of all himself. No traps, no curses, just pure Toad power. And I like that. I don't know why he has a spacesuit on in the pyramid, but hey, works for me. You are not bullish enough. Turbo will 100x. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to 100x? Because we're doing it all live, guys. We're doing it all live. Turbos. The Lego Technic Oracle Bull was built for speed. So was Turbo. Bybit is time to list the world's fastest growing meme, engineered by AI, driven by community, and turned to performance. They have this for the turbo? Well, they do got a Bybit. No way. I think he just put a Bybit sticker on here. But I'm definitely going to grab this Red Bull. I never even seen this one before. And I do have several techniques Legos. This is the nation's Limerick Day. The Turbo Toad's gigantic leap in the rocket of chrome gleaming bright. Quantum leap, the toad soared through the night. With the hum of AI, stars whizzed by in the sky. His turbo coin sparks dreams of delight. Okay. Day one, another person joins the growing crowd, wondering when Robin Hood will list turbo. The world is watching, the momentum is real, and the rocket is standby. What are you waiting for, Robin Hood? The people have spoken. Make it happen, Captain. So Robin Hood lists turbo. And this is Turbo XRP and CAS. So we're looking at the bubbles. Dog with a hat is up 25%. Toshi's up 22. Turbo's down 5.8. Peanut is down 9. Something must have happened because this was all green earlier. It was all green. Um, ALI is up 3.1. Snake is up 4.8. Big Bar is up 4.7. Swarms is up 10%. Mudan's been pumping like a big dog. It's up 11.7. Giga Chad's up 6. Flunky's up 4.8. XLM is 1.6. XRP is up 6.7. Tron is up 3.5. Parkon's up 1. HTX is up 3.6. AIZBT is up 1.5. Litecoin is down 1.4. Theta is up 0.8. Cron is up 0.8. I think that is all. So if we look at the Ether scan, Turbo is 54,734, up 0.11%. So we're up another 0.1 again today. And this is the kind of breakdown. So currently in the last 4 hours, we added 14 holders. 12 hours, we added 42. Last day, we added 85. Last 3 days, had 166. Last 7 days, we added 493. 14 days, added 771. 30 days, we added 1,529. So let's go. It's a turbo turn up time. So if we look here currently, let me refresh this because there's been some updates. Currently, turbo is back in 15, down 5.27% with a 381 million market cap. So we dropped down again below Mall Coin. Mall Coin is 467.3 mil won. Popcat is 515 mil won. XPX 16 is 711 mil won. Brett is 721 mil won. Putty Penguin is 813. So we were around here. I don't know how we slipped back down, but it's just coming down for us to pick it up. Form is 819 mil won. Bloke is a billion. Dog with a hat is a billion. What? Fartcoin is 1.3 billion. Bonk is 1.6 billion. Trump coin is 2.5 billion. So this is where Turbo should be. So I don't know. I don't know how these guys are here. And this is the marker. Pepe will put us in third if we can get over 5.5 billion. SHIB is 9 billion and Dogecoin is 33.7 billion. I know a lot of you guys that had Dodge are kicking yourself. You sold too early. I don't remember. So coin ranking. So currently this is the Turbo Aurora. 79 total accounts, 167 transfers, 316 total addresses, 44 tokens, 13.9 mil won total blocks, 3,500 total transactions. Maybe we'll push over to 14 million blocks soon. Looks real close. 13.988. Um, total contracts 149. Total verified 36. And again, every day we ask to see if we can help verify some of these contracts or at least vote on them. But let me know what you guys think about that. And I guess there's no more news. So let's click to a couple of videos, see if I can get some work done in the background. So this is crypto now.
Everyone, welcome back to another Turbo update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen so I can't believe. Know what I
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and hop straight into Turbo, and you can see that Turbo is currently trading at a perfect $400 million market cap. And if you look at Turbo from a technical analysis standpoint, we are just consolidating right now. And I know a lot of people are kind of disappointed that Turbo hasn't been pumping over the last 2 or 3 days, but you have to understand that it pumped very hard over the last couple of weeks. You can see that from the lows, Turbo pumped up 388%. That is significantly outperforming most of the market. And what's very impressive is Turbo is not exactly a small project. A 388% pump is outperforming a lot of mid-cap meme coins that are around that 20 million range. So I can tell you that I am personally very impressed with Turbo. Now, from a technical analysis standpoint, though, you could argue that Turbo is either forming some sort of a bull flag or a rising wedge. Now, in general, a rising wedge is usually not a super bullish pattern. However, the market in general is extremely bullish right now. So if we see Ethereum continue to rip, then don't be shocked at all if this does break to the upside. I just want to show you guys Ethereum on the weekly time frame, and understand the weekly candle does actually close today. This could end up being Ethereum's largest green candle ever. But right now, Ethereum is basically trading on the 200 weekly moving average and the 21 weekly moving average. These are very important levels for us to reclaim. Now, I will say, regardless, this candle is very bullish anyways. But if this can be a very strong close for Ethereum, and then the next weekly candle also closes very strong, then that's going to be an excellent look for ETH. I really do think the next candle is going to be very important. When we look at Bitcoin right now, you can see that Bitcoin is actually very close to retesting all-time highs. This is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and you can just see we've had a massive explosion. And in general, I do just want to point out the weekly time frame for Bitcoin and why I was so bullish to begin with. A lot of people were saying that Bitcoin was bearish, but this is why it's important to understand technical analysis. We had a textbook support and resistance flip. Previous resistance now becomes support. We came down and basically retested the previous high, and now we're having a massive explosion out of this. And what's very bullish about Bitcoin is if you look at the M2 global liquidity. So when you look at the M2 global liquidity, you can see that the M2 global liquidity has been breaking out since January. And if you look back through Bitcoin's history, the M2 global liquidity usually front runs breakouts. Global liquidity starts breaking out, Bitcoin breaks out afterwards. Global liquidity breaking out, Bitcoin breaks out afterwards. Global liquidity breaking out, Bitcoin breaks out afterwards. And again, we've been exploding since January. So in my eyes, there was a very good chance that Bitcoin was going to break out. And I won't be shocked at all if we do end up seeing new all-time highs. Now, is it possible that Bitcoin all of a sudden has a hard rejection? Absolutely. Anything can happen. But right now, we are showing a lot of strength. And naturally, the more strength that Bitcoin and Ethereum show, the better that Turbo is going to do. Now, if you look at CoinMarketCap, what I want to point out is that you can see Bitcoin is actually up 9% in the last week. If you look at Ethereum, it's up 35.7% in the last week. This is exactly what we want to see if we want to see an altcoin season. And if you come up here, you can see that Bitcoin dominance is dropping. It's down to 62.3%. It did actually reach over 66%. So for altcoins, this is awesome to see. The reality is that Ethereum is the leading altcoin. We want to see an Ethereum explosion. We want to see it outperforming Bitcoin. Now, if we look at the meme coin market, you can see that a lot of meme coins have had very strong bounces over the last week. And naturally, that is going to happen because Ethereum is breaking out. You look at Pepe, it's up 60% in the last week. But if you come down here, you can see that Turbo is currently the 145th largest crypto. And it is only up 7% in the last week. But again, over the last couple weeks, it's up almost 400%. And if you look at Turbo's volume, it still has better volume than a lot of projects above it. It has higher volume than MOG. It has higher volume than ApeCoin, higher volume than SPX, higher volume than Bread on Base. And a project like Bread on Base is a top 100 cryptocurrency. So in general, Turbo is performing extremely well. Do not think for a second because Turbo's not exploding right now that it's not doing well. It front ran a lot of other coins. Now, what might be even more impressive about Turbo is when you look at their X account. They're up to 111,000 followers, but there hasn't really been any major news. This is why I've been so impressed with Turbo recently. The Turbo explosion is just a prime example of how strong this project actually is and how strong the community is. And that's the reality with meme coins. A strong community is always going to win. It's not like there has been a major catalyst for Turbo that caused an explosion. It's just simply an incredibly strong project. But yeah, honestly, there's not a whole lot for me to say about Turbo right now. Again, it looks very strong. But yeah, if you guys are interested in Turbo and joining a like-minded community, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We've been making huge gains in here this entire bull run. Just over the last 2 weeks, we've nailed 2 more 100x projects. So these were the initial 6 projects that did over.
So shout out to crypto now or never. Market cap dropping on Turbo. I show unusual behavior. About 100K now. Oh wow. Thanks, Mudan. And I show unusual behavior. Moving forward, this is Ro from yesterday. Shout out to Ro.
A little bit of a cool off. I feel like this is one of the first videos I've made in a couple weeks now where Turbo hasn't been green. I'm super excited to be covering one of the favorite meme coins of this channel. Welcome back to the channel. But if you guys are new, my name is Ro. We cover crypto every single day, and I help you find the next 5, 10, 15, 20, or even 100x play in this bull cycle. Turbo is a play that we have called super, super early, guys, and we have been consistently talking about it without fail for over a year now. I want to say running on 14 months of daily Turbo uploads. That's right. This is the Turbo hotspot. This is the channel that you need to be following if you are a Turbo bag holder. Listen, if you're new, subscribe, hit the bell, and like today's video. So you show YouTube you still want to see crypto and more specifically Turbo content. Guys, without further ado, let's hop into today's video. And everyone, not just the guys, for the ladies out there, if you're a mother, if you're a grandmother, if you're a mother figure, or if you're a spiritual mother, for our people in Christ, happy Mother's Day to all of you lovely ladies. Now, without further ado, guys, let's take a look at the charts here. As you can see, down 3.19%. Wow, Turbo's actually down. This is crazy. I have the red lights in the background. In the last 7 days, though, up 8.28%. And although we're down, you can see volume down 17%, but still holding above that $100 million mark, which is very, very good to see. Now, in the last month, up 230%. This is one of the healthiest, best looking charts in crypto that I could find right now. Honestly, because higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. This is good. This is good. This is healthy. This is what we need, guys. This isn't just a straight parabolic, like a move, a 90-degree. Wait, I'm trying to switch my camera. A 90-degree move to the upside. This is good. This is like a little, got a little bit of an angle, a little bit of a slope, an acute angle, some triangle lovers might say. In the last year, up 400%, slowly but surely making its way back up to previous all-time highs. If we go over and look at it from market cap perspective, you can see guys are trading at 406 million, literally a 2x away, just very close to a 2x away from the all-time highs, right? All-time highs were around 876 million, 900 million, however you want to look at it. But we're only a 2x from there, guys. That is ridiculous to even think about because this is a project that actually hit the lows of 100, very close, actually even dipped below $100 million market cap. And if you were to buy in at that price point, you would be up a 4x currently. Now, guys, if you do want to find the next best crypto, find the next 10x, 20, 100, even 200x play, make sure you guys check out the Meme Coin Master. You get access to all of my buy and sell alerts. And not to toot my own horn or anything, but last week, guys, we called a 10x, we called a 7x, and one of our group members called a 35x over on there. And I'm telling you, this week we're going to have some insane bangers coming out over on there as well. And I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on it. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you check out Meme Coin Mastery. Guys, I'm telling you, you need to be a part of a community. You need to be a part of an active trading community. And there's people from all the walks of earth over on there. Well, not everything. I'm sure there's other walks on this life, but we have a bunch of people from different walks of life that are all after the same exact goal that you are. And I would not want you guys to miss out on that opportunity to gather around people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. A meme coin made by AI for the people. Contract renowned, no taxes, 69 billion total supply, everything is circulated, crowdfunded launch. The entire process of generating this meme coin was on a realm of its own, right? Rep Mankind from New Zealand. Some people say we kind of look alike. Amazing jawline on this brother. He literally mogs me, guys. Let's just be honest. But yeah, how it works is he went into ChatGPT 4, said that he needs a token made with $69 with a starting budget, and Turbo was literally born from that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but ever since then, Turbo has ran up to some crazy, crazy levels, and I think it's only going to continue to grow, especially with the coverage that it has. There's so many YouTubers on board. There's so many people over on X that are on board. There's so many people that are bullish of Turbo outside of the space. Even in my private Discord, guys, there's so many people that are talking about Turbo, and it just goes to show you the strength of repetitiveness, right? Because it takes commitment, it takes dedication to make these Turbo videos every single day. I think in the last 14 months, I've probably missed one day. Which is crazy to think, guys, because anything in life, it needs commitment, it needs dedication, and it needs just discipline, right? You just got to do it. Even in the days that you don't want to, just do it. If you guys are Turbo holders, you have a huge bag. Talk about why you love Turbo over on X. You guys think it may not work, but literally one of the Turbo members, right? The community, not like a team or whatever. The community members kept posting about Turbo every single day for 60 days. And he literally got us on Revolut, right? That's the power of community. And guys, we're literally listed on over 120 exchanges. You have the biggest ones, right? Binance, Coinbase. Only 8 memes have a Binance and Coinbase listing on their portfolio. You got KuCoin, Kraken, OKX, Uphold, Crypto.com, Revolut, and many more is going to come out. It's just a matter of when, right? I don't even think it's an if anymore. If these guys are not listing Turbo, you're just missing out on a bunch of money. As you can see here, rejected off of that 206 mark like I thought we would. Now, 2 scenarios could play out. We could either retest that 205 level, which is a crazy support area, or we could simply just close in the red for the day and then continue our rally towards the upside. And if we do break over that 206, guys, the next leg, the next step forward is 207. So I really do hope that we could aim for that. Either one of 2 scenarios could play out. Again, it would just be a matter of higher highs and higher lows. I wouldn't see a problem with either or. Does look like there is a small uptrend that is forming, as you guys can see here, towards his upside. And if it plays out the way that it has, since April 23rd, you are going to see just a continuation, like gradually increasing towards the upside. And again, I wouldn't be mad at that. Make sure you're following them over on X so you can stay up to date with the latest information. Guys, I appreciate everyone who's watching these videos, who's supporting me, who's been a part of this channel for a long time now. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, let me just take 10 seconds to pitch myself. I've been in the crypto market since 2017, have learned a thing or two, and I really need your guys' help to get to 15,000 subscribers. So please, guys, if you haven't already, please consider smashing the like button, the subscribe button, because I am trying to get to 15K. I'll do a huge giveaway, a huge Turbo giveaway at that. I think we're about 400 subs away. So for all you watching, take a second out of your day to subscribe. Happy Mother's Day. Please help your boy out. It's Mother's Day. Come on, guys. Crypto PB, the last week of 2024 closed at 205,766. The next week, Turbo did 57% gain. Is it going to happen again? Huge announcements. Markets are going to explode. Grab yourself some Turbo and ride the wave. US announces China trade deal in Geneva. As you can see, the Secretary of Treasury, I'm happy to report that we made substantial progress between the United States and China in the very important trade talks. First, I want to thank our Swiss host. The Swiss government has been very kind in providing us with this valid venue, and I think the lead, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this was, as the Secretary pointed out, a very constructive 2 days. It's important to understand how quickly we were able to come to an agreement, which reflects perhaps the differences were not so large as maybe thought. That being said, there was a lot of groundwork that went into these 2 days. Just remember why we're here in the first place. The United States had a massive 1.2 trillion trade deficit, so the president declared a national emergency and imposed tariffs. And we're confident that the deal we struck with our Chinese partners will help us to work towards resolving national emergency. Shout out to Trump doing the Lord's work. Turbo, one of the best looking charts out there. I've been quietly accumulating on dips. My first target would be 207. What do you think about it? I definitely think it's going to go back to previous all-time highs. It's just a matter of when. The week's coming to an end, and on the Turbo chart, green candles has dominated over 230% gain in the last 30 days. One last puff and one last look. Again, shout out to the Turbo community. It's posts like this that are helping to spread awareness for this project that we love. And again, guys, if you continue to do so, there's no doubt in my mind that we're only going to continue to trend towards the upside. Again, if you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And remember, not financial advice. Please do your own research, your own due.
So shout out to Ro in that example moving forward. Let me see here. Kind of see. I guess we'll go with. Let's see. What time is it? 30. Wow. We'll go. This is the crypto channel first, and then we'll come back to the trading sniper.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Christina here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video doing a for you this week on Turbo. It's looking really, really good. I have the 1-year chart up right now. We're working with the price of 206077, but as you can see, this is hiking back up. And as I've always said, Turbo still has some gas left in the tank, so I think you should all be holding at least a moon bag, a small bag of this project for the potential bull cycle pumps that we will see. I know a lot of people have already made money on Turbo, but just keep in mind there's going to be a second round of pumps here as we get into the summer months, so you're still going to want to hold a bag of this. This has become like one of my favorite projects. You know, I remember experiencing a little bit of doubt in the very beginning when I first started covering this, because I didn't think it was like an optimal buying time at that time because it was pumping so much. But this turned out to just be a really valuable and awesome project. It's done everything that it says it was going to do. And I'm really glad to have this in my portfolio, and I feel really great and positive for all the people who have made money off of it and still hold the bag. Before we dive into the chart a little bit here, I have a really great announcement. I want to welcome you all to the Crypto Channel VIP. What this is basically a platform where I'm going to be offering one-on-one coaching, and the one-on-one coaching will consist of portfolio reviews. I actually listed all down here. Direct one-on-one coaching, access to my plays. There is a private Discord option, which I will explain in a second. Market analysis and portfolio reviews. So who is this for? What kind of investor is this for? I think this kind of falls under two categories. The first category is if you are a brand new investor, you don't know what to invest in, you don't know what's going to make money, you don't even know what category you want to get into, what platform to use, how to buy the project, what to buy. This is a really great tool for you. This is your chance to get on a direct one-on-one call with me. We will go over your entire portfolio. We will start from scratch. If you don't even like have a portfolio, I'll tell you, you know, what I'm doing, what I think is going to be successful this bull cycle. And it's just really a way to kind of get your portfolio in shape and ready for the summer months and beyond. And also just a way for me to connect more personally with my community, build more connections, kind of have more of a direct talk with some of you to kind of get an idea of what your goals are, what your fears are, what is your resistance level, how much money are you working with, what do you plan to do with the money. It's just kind of a way to get to know you more. But with that information comes the ability for me to be able to help you more. The more I know about you, the more I'll be able to what to buy. We'll call with one. You break me when 37%. All-time low here is 005242. All-time high is 006291, and then we have a clear, distinct incline happening there. Looking good. 7-day view is looking even more bullish. We're up 34.47%. Hopefully this loads. This is taking forever today. Sorry, guys. I loaded all these views before, so I don't know why it's taking so long, but let's skip over. 7-day view is up 34.46%. Oh, there we go. 1 month view is up 302.50%. Another nice incline happening there. All-time low is 001497. All-time high 006066, and then back to the 1 year and all-time views. Looking super, super bullish. It's basically got all the tier ones you could ask for minus Robinhood. So it's doing incredible on exchange listings. The thing is, like, and I was saying this in regards to another project, I guess I was trying to kind of like defend my stance on a certain project. I'm not going to say the name because I think I'm going to trigger a lot of people who still believe in it. But if you are a meme project, a general low cap meme, and you're not either already into like some tier ones or at least into really strong tier 3, tier 2 exchange listings, and like on that threshold of tier ones, it's almost kind of like too late, you know? I mean, with the exception of some. I don't think exchange listings are everything, but I think they're very important right now. And I think this is the stage where some of these low caps should be getting the MEXC listings, the BitGet listings, the KuCoin, the Bybit, all that good stuff. So just saying, and this is doing great in that category. So price prediction on this has not changed. I'm giving it a price of around 30 to 50 cents. 50 cents is a little more bullish. 30 cents is a little more conservative. That has not changed. So get yourself a bag. Keep a bag if you haven't already. Totally, totally worth it this bull cycle. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It is so, so appreciated. Make sure you check out my coaching link and
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know she had a full-on commercial in there. But yes, Turbo is definitely on the move. You think Turbo is about to do a 100x Harlem Fast, and you best believe it. Bro, just think about it. All the stuff that Turbo has going on. First off, Turbo hadn't even been through a full bull cycle yet, right? It started in the middle of a bear cycle. So it still has a lot of pump left, right? And with the innovation and what uh, all the project has to offer, a lot of people don't even know about it yet. So just think when the mainstream starts reporting on it and people start talking about it, will it continue to push up? Right? It's going to freaking explode. So that's why I say it still has 100x in it. Because as I was mentioning earlier, where are we? Yeah, Turbo is down here, right? Right beside Peanut and Mog Coin. Turbo should be, a lot of people saying it should replace Pepe. But I think it should at least be in this 1 billion to 900 million, somewhere in here. And I would say it should be right under Trump coin and possibly knock Pepe out. But let me know what you guys think about it. I got another video for you, and then we'll come back to sum it up. Actually, I might play this one too. This what is crypto? This guy seems familiar, actually. Oh, I know who this is. But yeah, this is, let me see, which one's older? Yeah, let's play Training Sniper first and come back to what is
Hope you guys
crypto.
are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Turbo Coin. But before we jump into that, ladies and gentlemen, there is a 2.0 rework that I have been working super, super hard on. The crypto package, especially the blueprint, it is refined. It is making sure that the amount of money they where Turbo did, they are spending. We can see there is no big update on Twitter, right? We can see there's no big update on Twitter. Turbo did say Happy Mother's Day, which is what we love to see. Mother's Day was yesterday, and make sure you spend time with your moms. If you don't, it is what it is. I guess everyone has a different story, and if your mom passed away, may she rest in peace. And I wish you all the best. Listen, right? There's no news in terms of the actual, Turbo page, but in terms of technical analysis, we are chilling. Look, before we jump into the actual candles themselves, we can see that we are at 433 million market cap with 135 million volume, banging, pretty solid on a Sunday to Monday transition. We can see we are up 6% for the day. We are currently ranked 139th in the world. So pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. I did say we're going to probably linger around the 125 to 155 area, and that is exactly what is happening. I definitely do believe we will still be breaking out in the very near future into the top 100, but everybody is on their own pace. I do believe we'd have more than enough community support and institutional buying power in the near future to be getting into that top 100. I still believe we will be entering that top 10 meme coin category, right? If we look at it now, we are a little bit down, probably like 14th, 15th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pengu is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So look, we are currently 16th. Got to realize that, ladies and gentlemen, that, other coins are having their moment right now, but I still believe we will ultimately outshine them, right? We're 15th, whatever. It doesn't really matter. 13th, 15th, 12th, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we will break into the top 10. And I believe, we will. I mean, something like Doge has been up 40% in the last week. When that money starts flooding to Turbo, I mean, guys, we are going to start really pumping. But look, we are currently at 54,000, practically 700 holders. So like I said, I did believe that this week at one point we are going to hit 55,000, and it is looking more than likely, right? It is looking more than likely. So we are growing very nice. Now, in terms of technical analysis, right, Turbo is moving like it just wants to have a pullback, but nothing suggests it. Okay, nothing on the time frame suggests that it wants a pullback other than, its momentum is really starting to slow down, and we are getting, multiple rejections at certain days, right? We can see, this was a decent rejection, but not so much. But we can see the last couple of days, not too much buying pressure, not too much buying pressure, a little bit selling pressure. Okay, we moved up because, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then we had a very, big rejection on Friday. And again, just sideways movement. And we're just slowly, surely going up. In terms of, the actual analysis, right? It's slow. It does seem like it's losing a little bit of pace, but it's still technically on track and doing well and, forming higher highs and higher lows, right? We can see these are the bottoms, and we are consistently forming higher lows. So, nothing on the technical analysis suggests that, hey, listen, right? Hey, listen, we are reversing. Literally nothing, right? And the highs keep getting higher. Okay, the highs keep getting higher. We also are looking to possibly be breaking out soon, right? I'm not a big trend line person overall, but I actually do think in crypto they are really good, like genuinely really good. I actually started to really like the trend line in crypto. Like we can see, like it's literally almost perfect, right? So we have that. And then the next one we have, I would put it more like this way, right? More this way. Sure, this one sticks out a little bit, but it is more or less to give you a general idea. So look, we are slowly moving up. And the thing is, unless Bitcoin starts to really tank, nothing on Turbo is really going to stop its momentum until we hit this area over here of roughly 0.0073. Now, this is the start of the support and resistance. At this current moment, it is resistance, right? Because we are below it. When we are above it, it is going to be support. Okay, so ultimately, Turbo's next mission is to get to this support and to flip it, right? Get to this resistance and flip it to support. Now, just because we might, we are going to touch heads over here, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to slow down, right? We have a lot of imbalance up until 0.008. And, just because you touch resistance right away, that doesn't necessarily mean right away you're going to reject off that area. So there's a very good chance we can be going and climbing steadily up to 0.008, right? All the way up here. Because we do have a lot of imbalance, like I said. So there's not real any support and resistance, which is why Turbo's price action is probably the way it is right now too, right? Because there's nothing really contesting this. There's nothing really rejecting. There's no real data that says, hey, yeah, okay, this is going to be a big rejection zone, right? We are just kind of creating our own support and resistance on, on this time frame, and just kind of in the middle of the air. Because like I said, there was no real support and resistance here, right? It just kind of melted off very, very quickly over those couple of weeks, right? Back in January, slowing down practically by February. But yeah, so we can see, right? We are literally just creating our support and resistance. Even when we talk about pure support and resistance, we can see we have one over here. So this is very, very strong, right? We are looking very, very strong. The only thing that could really, really slow us down is, like I said, if Bitcoin rips down a couple of thousand, Ethereum rips down, also a lot, then of course Turbo is going to follow. But that is just speculation right now. That is just a hypothetical, which we'll also dive into Bitcoin in just a second. So overall, my next target, like I said, 0.0, let's just say 0.0074, upwards of 0.008 before we actually get some type of big rejection, unless, like I said, Bitcoin decides to just die. But look, we are going to look at Bitcoin just for a second, right? We can see that the weekly candle was extremely, extremely strong. Barely anything got rejected. However, I can automatically see that there is already a liquidity sweep happening, right? So we can see this, but it's very, very weak. Overall, it is looking very, very weak. We do have, practically a double top over here. So we actually could break structure by the time the morning happens, by the time this video is live. But if we do hold this area, right, if we do continue to hold, then Bitcoin, will say, hey, we are simply going to be kind of going up and down between these zones before we just kind of burst out, right? And then it will be looking to possibly be taking out this high before it fakes us out, right? Because if it was going to fake us out, it would definitely take this high out and then come back down. And that's when we would get some type of correction. Now, I don't think we'd go from 110K all the way back down to, insane levels, but we probably would go back down to 102K to possibly 105K, right? That would be like the main zone at that point. Now, obviously, that is still some time away, most likely. So we have to monitor Bitcoin, right? We have to monitor Bitcoin. But overall, it is looking good, people. It is looking good, right? If we go to even like the dominance for other, like for altcoins, right? We're back above the main zone. So something like Turbo and other coins should be getting revived. Bitcoin dominance should be still, going back down to roughly 62 to 60% before we officially kind of start reversing with Bitcoin dominance, unless we start printing below the 60%. Then I might have to change, my bias. But until then, it's just a normal pullback and before the big final step. Well, look, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do want the portfolio review, if you do want to join the Discord, highly recommended, 33.3% off. Use code FRESH.
Shout out to the trading sniper. We got one video and we're going to shut it down. This is what is crypto turbo breakdown. So we'll run this video and shut it down for the day. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the BTM Crypto News Network. And let's see what is crypto has to say.
And this is Crypto. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Turbo. I'm going to be talking to you about the bullish AI toad and giving you a little bit of an insight about the market. So before we get into Turbo, let's have a look at the general state of the market. So Bitcoin is absolutely cooking. Bitcoin from its lows is up around 40%. So hugely bullish for Bitcoin. We were in this descending channel. We broke out and we have been pumping since. No massive signs of retracing. We have had a couple of consolidation periods, but by and large, Bitcoin has been looking damn good. Now, more excitingly for me than Bitcoin is the strength of Ethereum. So Ethereum has been absolutely pumping. From Ethereum's lows, Ethereum is up 90%. And over the past few days, ETH is up a whopping almost 50%. Now, they do say a rising tide lifts all ships. So when Ethereum starts to print, Ethereum coins start to print pretty damn hard. When Ethereum is going up, coins that are on ETH such as Turbo, usually go up to a higher degree. Now, looking at a couple of other things, we want to have a look at the ETH BTC pairs. So we want to see strength relative to Bitcoin. So ETH BTC has been bleeding for a hugely long period of time, really since September 2022. I mean, we've had a couple of periods of outperformance, but by and large, ETH has been bleeding to Bitcoin. However, last week we put in the largest weekly close since May 2024. So over the past year, ETH has had its best week relative to Bitcoin last week. So that is damn great to see. And one of my other favorite things to look at is Bitcoin dominance. So if you're not familiar with the channel, quick look at Bitcoin dominance. In essence, this shows the strength of Bitcoin versus altcoins. So when Bitcoin dominance is going down, altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance is going up, Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. What am I looking at? Well, on the weekly, we have had some downwards movement on Bitcoin dominance. So if you've been wondering why altcoins have been absolutely ripping, it is due to ETH's strength and the relative strength of altcoins versus the market, which can be showed on Bitcoin dominance breaking down. So this is the first time really since November last year that we've been putting in large red candles on Bitcoin dominance. So that is damn bullish to see. Now, if we are zooming out, we are still in an uptrend, and it won't be until we really break out of this ascending channel that we've been in for a couple of years that we are really going to start seeing those flying gains that altcoin season has historically brought. So yeah, bullish to see, but a little ways to go. Alrighty, now that is ETH, that's BTC, ETH BTC, Bitcoin dominance. Now let's have a look at Turbo. So Turbo chart is cooking, absolutely beautiful. So what we are seeing is we saw that massive bleed that all altcoins did, and then we had a consolidation period. Everyone was getting bearish on Turbo. People were not too excited about being in crypto at all, and I can't blame them, as it was pretty damn painful, really, from the end of last year. Then seemingly out of nowhere, Turbo pulled a 400% gain from its lows. So 400% odd, which is pretty damn huge. Now, I was hoping that we would get a bigger retracement than we did so I could load up even heavier on my Turbo bags, but we did not. We retraced slightly, and I did get a little bit of my orders filled, but not anything significant. And Turbo since then has been looking good. We are in a rising wedge, though. Typically, that is not necessarily that bullish of a pattern. However, the markets are absolutely pumping. So yeah, exercise a slight degree of caution just due to that. But yeah, the markets are pumping. There has just been some macro news, which I can't talk about as it'll get me flagged. But yeah, have a look into that. Also join my Discord. It's 100% free to join, and I talk about that in there. Also follow me on Twitter. I have covered that in my most recent Twitter post. But yeah, I'll leave those links down in the description. 100% free to join. So yeah, scroll down, click the link, and I will see you there. Also, let's have a look at Turbo and what they've been doing. So one of the reasons that I'm so bullish on Turbo is because it is the first mover AI meme coin. So Rhett Mankind, if you're not following Rhett on Twitter, give him a follow. I'm sure you've seen his video though. So Rhett Mankind created Turbo with ChatGPT and a $69 budget. So it is the first mover AI project, which I think is super damn bullish. Any first movers, there is rarity in being the first of its kind. If you're thinking about anything from collectible trading cards like Pokemon cards, it is the first generation ones. It is the originals. All of the first things of their kind do have value. There's value in scarcity, and there's only one first mover. So yeah, bullish on that narrative. Bullish on the fact that it's the AI toad, bullish on the fact that after Rhett created this, he gave the keys to the people. And yeah, there is no team behind Turbo. All of the community is working for their own bags with Turbo. So they have done some absolutely insane things. They now have their own blockchain, so Turbo Chain, which was created by Aurora, created by Near. So they've got their own chain. And one of the cool things about Turbo Chain is Turbo will be used as gas fees. So that makes it deflationary. So more people using Turbo Chain, that means more Turbo is getting burnt. That means Turbo is increasingly scarce, and that should drive up the value. So lots of different things with Turbo Chain and Turbo Swap. Also listed on 125 spot exchanges. They are listed on the biggest exchanges in the business. So Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken. I'm not going to read through them all, but yeah, listed on the biggest names in the space, which is great to see. There isn't too many more exchanges that you could be wanting. Turbo is listed on the big ones. And yeah, the more I get involved with the Turbo community, the more I love it. So I've had the absolute pleasure of hosting a couple of spaces for Turbo recently. Recently, I hosted their birthday spaces and I interviewed Rhett Mankind. Now, personally, that was a massive deal to me and I absolutely love talking to Rhett. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that video, Rhett Mankind interview for Turbo. So yeah, that's pretty damn cool. You can also have a listen to the spaces. But yeah, I've just kind of cut my conversation with Rhett out and made a YouTube video on it. Had a chat to him and I also asked for his permission and he said to go for it. So yeah, he's an absolutely great guy and is another reason that I'm so damn bullish on the Toad. I'm also going to be doing a spaces with LCX in a few days and I'm going to be doing another couple of spaces for Turbo coming up. So yeah, pretty big deal. Turbo is a massive meme coin. They have just under 112,000 followers. It is one of the most recognizable and memorable meme coins in the market. Meme coins are coming back. Altcoins are coming back. Crypto bull run is absolutely loading. So yeah, for me, Turbo looking great on the charts. Turbo is continuing to build. And yeah, there is just so much to be bullish on when you're looking at the Toad. Anyway, that is my 2 cents on Turbo. Just a quick one today. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, scroll down, click the link if you want to join my Discord. It's 100% free to join. I do hope to see you there. Awesome. Cheers, legends. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I'll catch you in the next one.
So Caspa's on the move. Same with some of the
Welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt, and this is Crypto.
Shout out to What is Crypto and his information. And he does do a lot of AMA. So we really appreciate that and everything he's doing for the Turbo Toad community and the Turbo Toad turn up. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's your main man, BTM here, logging off for the day. I might do a Caspa video later, but thanks for joining the BTM Crypto News Network. Let me know in the comments what you think about Turbo and if Turbo will get to billions. And if it does, what is that price prediction? But thanks for joining. And as always, stay weird, guys. Don't be afraid to be different and be not normal, just to be a little weird and to march to your own beat. And as always, let's get back to the money. And it's your main man, BTM, here telling you to stay dangerous. And as always, miner out. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you when I see you.